Margaritas, John Carter, and the Miracle on Ice are all on this day. Hey, welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is February 22nd, 2021. It is the 53rd day of the year. We got 312 days left. It is the ninth week. Ninth week already. That's kind of weird. Seems like it's going by kind of fast. Today's the 64th day of winter. There are 26 days left until spring. Today is National Margarita Day. National Margarita Day seeks to appreciate the tequila-based alcohol cocktail. A margarita is a cocktail made of tequila, triple sec, and either lime or lemon juice, served in a glass with salt on the rim. The origins of the margarita are unclear because many bartenders around the world have laid claim to the drink's creation. Several bartenders and restaurant owners in Mexico allege that they created the drink for a female friend with a name similar to Margarita. I guess there's a bunch of girls named Margarita who want to get their drink on and also want some fruit. Given that the cocktail contains tequila, the drink may have originated in Mexico. I'm no detective, but I think that's a safe assumption. All right, let's see what else February 22nd has given us. 1856, the United States Republican Party opens its first national convention in Pittsburgh. 1915, World War I, the Imperial German Navy institutes unrestricted submarine warfare. Basically, go out and sink anything you find. Germans were really big on submarines, both world wars. If you ever get a chance, watch that Tom Hanks movie, Greyhound, that's on Apple TV. It was actually pretty good. Has a lot to do with cargo ships going from the United States to England and German U-boats. Very interesting. 1942, World War II, President Roosevelt orders General Douglas MacArthur out of the Philippines as the Japanese victory becomes inevitable. He didn't want to go. MacArthur wanted to stay and, do whatever he could, but no, forced him to leave. The man had incredible arrogance and a good sense of humor. When he returned to the Philippines, there's a famous quote of his. He was coming back with the Philippine president, and they were about to get off one of those landing crafts where, it doesn't come up all the way onto the beach. You're probably going to get your knees wet and stuff like that. So as they were getting off, I guess the Philippine president said to MacArthur, "I hope it isn't deep. I don't want my people to find out I can't swim." And MacArthur said, "Well, I hope my people don't find out I can't walk on water." And then they got off and got in the water. It's pretty interesting. Then MacArthur was an interesting cat. 1980, the Miracle on Ice in Lake Placid, New York. The United States hockey team defeats the Soviet Union's hockey team 4-3 in the Olympics. Now, there's an interesting story here to this whole thing. A lot of people just think it's a hockey game, but you gotta understand, the Soviets basically back then were using professional athletes. All of our athletes were college kids and amateur athletes, as it's supposed to be. Sure, they were thrown together about a year before and had some camps and had some games, but they definitely weren't a solid team. The Soviets been playing together for years. Another quick fact, this didn't win them the gold medal. They had to go on and play Finland for the gold medal. In 2004, Walt Disney Pictures released a film called Miracle. Great movie. Kurt Russell played the head coach, Herb Brooks. Really good movie. If you ever get a chance to see that. 1995, the Corona Reconnaissance Satellite Program, in existence from 1959 to 1972, is declassified. This was basically a satellite program by the CIA, pretty much, that was spying on the Soviet Union and their missiles, because ever since we had one of our spy planes shot down, we decided to go with satellites, and this was the first program we had like that. At least the first known project we had like that. 2015, a ferry carrying 100 passengers capsizes in the Padma River in Bangladesh, killing 70 people. 2018, a man throws a grenade at the U.S. Embassy in Montenegro. He dies at the scene from a second explosion. Apparently, he had another grenade on him that I guess went off. No one else was hurt. Movies released on February 22nd, 2012, John Carter. Okay, so this is one of Disney's biggest flops ever. I'll give you the background. A Civil War veteran is transported to Barsoom and discovers a barren planet seemingly inhabited by 12-foot tall barbarians. This Disney film was directed by Andrew Stanton and based on the Edgar Rice Burroughs novel, A Princess of Mars. This was supposed to be Disney's big hit. They had dreams of this being the next Star Wars. This wasn't even the next Battlefield Earth. Oh, God, Battlefield Earth sucked. I remember watching that and thinking, well, that's about it for John Travolta's career. Yeah, never watched Battlefield Earth. Anyway, as far as the John Carter Barsoom series goes, there were several developments and theatrical adaptation attempts of the John Carter or Barsoom series, which it's really called. They had tried to make this movie with its earliest attempt dating back to the 1930s. Yeah, most of those efforts died in development. You know, they got the script and just decided not to go forward with it. But yeah, this movie was an enormous flop. It grossed $284 million at worldwide box office and a result of a $2 million write-down for Disney. When you figure in all the marketing and things like that, they think it was between $350 million and $400 million they put into this movie. And yeah, it didn't make much. It was doing so poorly at the box office, they released it on DVD when it was still in some theaters. Yeah, it was bad. I watched that movie. I think I made it 3 times and never been able to finish it. It's just a horror. I love the books, don't get me wrong. I read those back in the 80s, but this movie was just horrible, and it was sad to see that this great book series was just done so poorly. Oh my God, this movie sucked. Born on February 22nd, 1732, George Washington, American general, politician, first president of the United States. Now, I have some thoughts on George Washington. I have seen and heard people in books talking about he wasn't the greatest general, that he fought 17 battles in the Revolutionary War, only winning 6 of the battles, losing 7 of them, and 4 were considered draws, I guess you could say. But he didn't have the greatest army on the planet like England did at the time, who he was fighting. He had hemped up farmers and Indians helping him fight against a superpower. Yeah, he was a great general. He did the equivalent, I've said this before, he did the equivalent of taking a high school football team and beating like the Dallas Cowboys, okay? That's the best way you could equate George Washington's battle record. George Washington died on December 14th, 1799 at the age of 67. Died on February 22nd, 1987, we lost Andy Warhol, American painter and photographer. He was a weird man. I don't get his art. I know a lot of people think it's like this amazing thing. I look at it and I'm all, I don't get it. I don't understand what he's doing here, but that's just me. To each their own. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, do something productive, and be nice to each other.